nim obia akwa hunahuna no akoya do you know me? Don't you know I am Akompre Kennedy Agyapong? Unim se me free fosu. I am the MPP financier. MPP financier ejuma ba enam da pono so. Ne ntwe na bowe woso kwa wi akokokon. Kennedy 80 million at that table so also per 9.5 million. Meme 9 million the other day. Ne ntwe na bo table no so no we are also pa akokokon. And the anas akoku ne ntwe abro. Anas say 80 million ne ntwe we. Ne ntwe no bowe Kennedy ese ebe wi akokon ne kon. Obi say judgment today say na heaven be you ebeka obi ane lawyer. Judgment today no heaven say ya o ebeka obi ane lawyer. But that's our lawyer ko fum na ka ogwan out to I heaven say ya be na obi ka judgment today. Ebe say obi ane lawyer. Otu abo so lawyer I'm urinating, I'll be back. Fum no afa second door no ewuram now that want to watch your lawyer. Judgment today say ya be ebeka obi ane lawyer. Okay. We air court exclusive na mede mamu no. Kennedy Agyapong eto no. Ai ekoso court wo orkodo. 18 million showdown. They twe na bo ho no Kennedy so pa akokokon. In the showdown and ye piano kosi enchen. Momi enko enim gallery na ekoso no. After this about atene chire sa akonwa no so obi atene makotene chire na ese emu aye din. Boga kana no esi so. Read my lips.
My never I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. I see them. Yopo.
Okay. You don't follow.
Okay.
You don't follow.
Agyapong, until the court arrives at a decision that incriminates somebody, and yet difficult to
who got law school?
Court arrives at a decision that until the court arrives at a decision that incriminates somebody, and yet difficult to
who got law school?
Until the court arrives at a decision that incriminates somebody, and yet difficult to
who got law school?
Until the court arrives at a decision that incriminates somebody, and yet difficult to
who got law school?
Get it with you, get it with Scar, get it with you. Now we 80 million Scar, and I get it with Scar. We see factory kakraka, cold store, fridge be breed, what can see any. Kennedy or some president to do betia. 80 and then you see what court to the lawyer church him. Well, uncle law school, me are not lawyer, you do Emma Yajinayati, a year, the echo. The possibility, Yan can say, for now, the 80 million is so. The possibility is about 90 million high, and the possibility is about 60 or 50 million, a very high. Kennedy appeal in Quadia and a lawyer in church him in the future, no. So, person appeal, I'll say, of 18 at table, so near the two can munia kataso ansanya kohwe appeal no but for now the Kennedy beba abeden abe perka krasa bia yenteso yateso krampo no ebia media minim na ebia eteba bia 14 and also times e de ho nti hwe de besi o say ono client here anas in decide whether to apply for plus times 5 or times the no nti ene de yentumi kan ho asem say definite but the sija so ne kan ho asem the sija so ne Kennedy Agyapong. As we speak now, or the Anas Ayumia Anaska $18 million. I was a fee. Also, a church on Krata Bidiaba. No problem. Anas and lawyers say, Omo chain. Yateso Crano, yet me teso crabia $400, 80 million minus $400. Monya calculation and a Kennedy Jadi Akado. Inti say yateso crabia judge no, or beso teso jury no, na say 80 million, ebia or teso $330 cra. Inti 80 million minus $330. Yan share the Kennedy Bitia, and also ASM. Now let's enter the courtroom. Na yan share the AC or court and the courtroom of New Jersey. Kennedy Agyapong any Anas case now a year and Kennedy he needs to pay a year $18 million. 18. Remember Kennedy remember court and also offered $9.5 million. Adena Kennedy pen or Anas a double number Kennedy. Na Kennedy saw per $9.5 million if you ho. And Anas I had a double 9.5 million amano. It Kennedy they now pen or Anas I had 2 amano. And then there was a Kennedy 2 Anas. Now court in summer a CNA and then Kenya show Mukra Moha Junior. Kennedy Agyapong obetia Oscar and ascend your court Kennedy Fui. Ba omi man kakra no so bi account say o se ba omi man $800 million only $80 million. Now see this when in summer is your court. They be am catch them. You see, this particular guy, na me catch him say Miss Suno, your friend Dada Fred. This guy, many Kennedy work court no or the misinformations be to abontene. My legal team no, they have put it together. And announce the Kennedy case no, ni din be mu in court. These are part of the evidence announce team no, the legal team no, edit. This foolish man, your friend Dada Fred, me a call. I will make sure say sika obeti okroma no, ebe kunetu esika no, ebe hunu na obenum eduro kunu ho. I am going to sue him. Now, Kennedy case, no, this fool, Obemu, he was mentioned and he is the tool. Any other foolish platforms, Kennedy Japan, Eddie misinforming Ghana for. Anas na one fan corner, so Anas the Ujana Manekoye, but I am going to sue because time at Kennedy Japan, they be call court. I'm a winning case, no, Sa branch of Betina TV, so Betina social media. You try tape seeing go. Ekachire we as say judge no ti case no judge na endi asem ni ye obeko court akochirem ono na be gina abonte beka kire nkofo say oh case no Kennedy ewini until today I want him to know where announce case no and remember oni Kennedy Japan na Facebook and otwa ntro mo amunim no mo kan chen say Kevin Taylor say he is going to meet me in court in Massachusetts. I am taking it to him. Me say this time obiya beda. Because you want to say anyane sa enkwasiafo system anything na make catch boys bi say munya munkwasa na mudi no New York Street ni so a mu hu bebia mu bedi mu nkoma akọ me de all the nkwasiasem ne ba me so a I will catch you from your hole and make sure the Lord deals with you. Into so become as make sure say on krata do bibia gina na so into mun send a message when come the Fred where Anas case no he was part of the evidence Anas e the can case ho time a mimi case ne ba no sa Dada Fred wey o se kwasi ampanyi wey etna TV so otwa atro eto judge no so and most importantly otwa atro eto court no so not just a referee no because I was waiting I got my legal team to compile everything and he needs to prepare himself for over $5 million. Yes, I am telling him some misinformation or best sending in public about a ruling from a federal court. Anything I'm in the picture to so no. Inti mo amunim ni bia mon kan say me I am coming to him. Me a little bit of it right after our case. Me shara na man kan wasem because I wanted my team to compile enough. It would that Fred no. Anas de ni. Anas shara na one for one back to. By you. Sansa no kafa judge na otina me case no so. Misinformation a wo katum fremem efa meme ho time Anasa case no court. Ubeba American court abechirem. And I will make sure say over $10 million me may see you. You need to get ready. You need to get a lawyer. You need to be ready for what is coming because you're your boy who we your boy who into say why ready say obe missing for me abedi the Kennedy chebedin kwasema wait for me because I'm coming with a 10 million suit me catch you. So get ready. Now, these are some of the things that happened in court. It be ready. We are coming to serve you. Mema catch you because we are one person who catch you. Papa. On kanu kure. Penyina when you say koko tia woto wano se boto ase. Tete abroche kan kwasi asem twantro. Yene nkora yesu a ya bechichire man no. Wenum bagaya se tratatai ke kan kwasi asem Jimmy. What do I say, America judge? So, but share that. Me catch me team say they should be quiet. You know my lawyer. I bet you will be America. Krum hanya ode. What that afraid? Now, my mention they see what court and the pictures and the videos. So this is what happened in court. Kennedy Japan, you see during the hearing, no, Okojun saw 10 times. Obano anumusio Kennedy are frail. Why mre? On nanti ano you say? Oh, who the onfe? Nenisu Brino. Kennedy Japan, you see in the court. Insuye otusu baba go no ada no Okojun so no aba sikeni bele. Junso hini eye esikeni bele. Otigana yenkanasem kwasiasam. And the America court, ye piano question down. We ought to be Ghana court, no did judge at them. Near so son so oh Mr. Kennedy, oh honorable America court, pure water near seven. America court, Kennedy Japan, pure water near the man is a no or to down sa koko. Ma catch Ghana for. San kofo na muso so Ghana na oboba no muhunahuna mo da mo no. They are nobody in Europe and America. They are nobody. And Akwa Kennedy was suppressing the power chronim Ghana chronim. And or down on Yaman pure water. My mention more pictures from court today. We have a video. This is a year they see a court and the Kennedy ni na case ne cause no otie. Ma menjujo makesi akesiem se ne be ya bloggers ni benya bibie didi. Kennedy ni case na cause nde ewo eye court. Kennedy Agyapong ete wo no ne lawyer ne siri trase amutumu se mu ayedin $18 million eka eda Kennedy tiri so $18 million na no kasa eni nyome bi a oye Ghana ena omu frustrating kofo omu the court popo kofo. The same case in Ghana we wini Ghana judges attempt case na man so we wini obedu America osade sa case na ba ese me wini case no Ghana and America court said dabi de na ekoso Ghana no sebio no mu bonkuro. This is Kennedy, the lawyer sorry kasa emfa boga yemre ye jujum me ma bloggers. The lawyers na kasa no e defend no emfa Kennedy so neto no ye pia na shekona. Showdown emre. Showdown at court waye din. Judge bi eni wa onim no. Eye clerk bi eni wa onim no. Bailiff bi eni wa onim no. Sa court we enya ho na kwaka do you know who I am or do you know me? I say yenka do you know me? Do you know me? Haven't you heard about my name? If you don't take care, you take care. Sadia de bini America court e bini ho. It read my lips and na court na kwanchan we Superior Court of New Jersey enya kwanchan court. We any in some course or quarter me ma gallery ni kakra. Akaboga nkwa ne lawyer ba ko no yehu me bia wafa. Enti ene da ho no New Jersey Superior Court Kennedy Agyapong ene yemia na hyenchen no ontumi kasa boga emre onim obi a akwa hunahuna no akoya do you know me? Don't you know I am Akompre Akun Kennedy Agyapong? Unim se me free fosu. I am the MPP financier ejuma ba enam da pono so na ntwe na bowe ozo kwa wi akokokon Kennedy 18 million at that table so also per 9.5 million meme 9 million the other day na ntwe na bo table no so no wi a also pa akokokon and the anas akoku na ntwe abro anas se 18 million na ntwe we na ntwe na obowe Kennedy ese ebe wi akokon ne kon obi say judgment today say na heaven be you ebeka obiane ne lawyer judgment today no heaven say ya o ebeka obiane ne lawyer but that's our lawyer ko fum na ka ogun out to ai heaven say ya na be na obi ka judgment today ebe say obiane ne lawyer otu awo so lawyers I'm urinating I'll be back fum no afa second door no ewuram now that want to watch your lawyer judgment today say ya na be ebeka obiane ne lawyer. Okay, we air court exclusive na me dem amuno Kennedy Agyapong eto no ai ekoso court wo orkodo 18 million showdown ne ntwe ne bo ho no Kennedy so pa akokokon e di showdown and ye piana kosi enchen momyenko enim gallery na ekoso no afera dis aboga tene kire sa akonwa no so obi atene makotene kire na ese emu aye din boga kana no esi so read my lips boga reading lips no say oh so boga kana no esi so I say na say eya giegu $18 million hit $18 million ya dia pim Kennedy wo so tua ana asekura bo no me bo besia ana asekura me ho kire me ti besia also me bo besia pe 500k ma me fanya me nyoma anas utieti lawyers nyina wi a 500k die wan fa ma media me no be ba ku bewu Ain't boga, read my lips, and waka lips nesis and wakot nanchain. Why say, you see, ba. Media, me a kotebeka, me kote, and I'm the evidence, the bachelor, because when you say, a bit more with Jimmy, Kevin Taylor Bois or Tan Kennedy, we are Yamini Kennedy Asemo, Kennedy near Nas, say we need $18 million. They see your court, no, and I made a show, and your busremuka. Me, my blog is a D. Kennedy once and some part 1 and 2. Now, Koso, Kennedy Agyapong Niana, or Cousin Gonko di MP no, Onye, or no so court, we see the trassi, a cabba. I go contra up petting the TSC form. Kennedy Niani, we are not in radio, so yeah, Kennedy will contest the 2028 elections. Onye, we see the trassi, Bebra, dear Wakofa being. Kakreya is see nende omere koma anas akudia se no obema Kevin Taylor 500,000. Enti Kennedy nuani nie we na okopri seat na ya nto ama no no omo nka no kre de otieche o de minim ebia omo busu apenya na sankofo no ebia omo wo African market ni bi no ai enti Kennedy nuani so nie we see the trust ye bo 80 million so no we see the trust say titi wo bi ka titi wo bi kire. Now, Niniano still out to me say na wayemre eduru baby no Kennedy Niano you can see. Amaboju kromunyi pressure ba. This year court season. Me so me ba be court. Omo mu defame me, me lawyer, defame me judge in America. I am going to court. Now let's watch a video. They see our court. Time and a judge and a catcher Kennedy say he has the right to take the next action.
Okay, so
we're exclusive. Uhuno baby, it's all on this platform. My body in Amwashe. Introduce some time, I'm more understanding that this platform is huge. Mashada. Bloggers ni pekakra ko didi. Mitisi yo mo twa ye ko didi. Da be munya would say. Into court no Kennedy. Mr. Arim Yao Anas. Kennedy lawyers. Anas lawyers. And you could see, Metro, I'll show you the video. And that's what transpired. And this footage, from Anas, they were given the permission to film what happened in court. Court season 1. It may be sure what actually happened. Kennedy the Shebusha no Jina Kona Hona, kana asama children say, Asam ya kewi. Ye diet yao. Bibia ye. This is an exclusive video. Hankwana behuno anywhere else on any platform. Also, who say I the first place who say video no. I need to ask my team first if I should go ahead and show the video again. Team. No. I've spoken to Omoteki footage. We got our team to go in there. We wrote a permission, and then they gave us the permission to film. Inti, whatever you are seeing, exclusive footage. No. We have done that clearance, Mr. S. Now let's go back and watch.
Okay, so the court's decision, if we start at the end, the court is denying the request from this trial, and everyone can file motions at the appropriate time, and the court will address everything after the motions are filed appropriately and then responded appropriately. Does anyone have any questions about anything?
No. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good luck to everyone. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming off the record.
So there's one thing you need to take notice of. Anas was still wearing nose mask in court. But over Ghana, judge to meet Nawaka says Anas saying nose mask na yen diasam. You see the difference. You see how our judiciary in Ghana. You see how our judiciary in Ghana, how bad some of our judges are. The judge sitting in that courtroom in New Jersey is looking at the facts and evidence before him. How you dress to court is up to you. It is your presentation in court. How the jury will see you. Whether you wear a nose mask or not, at the end of the day, it is your case, the substantive case, your evidence is what they are looking at. Because they are dealing with the law. They are not looking at individuals. And the law itself is blind. It does not look at faces, background, economically where you are coming from, or financial, or whatever. It's looking at the case, the law. They are applying it. So whether somebody is dread, whether somebody is wearing a nose mask, whether somebody is wearing a face shield, what is more important to the jury and the judge is that look at the evidence before you. Look at it and apply the law, and let's see. But don't say, Senia Obubu Asamgu Anas so Ghana was that it wasn't the substantive issue Anas had brought to court. Anas trying to defend himself. In Ghana, the Buati Anas say yes, nose mask be Anas face mask be. Say Anas say yeah. That means Anas is guilty. This is where we are as a nation. Judge to me Tinako say because of face mask, nose mask, because I want you to look in a certain way in my court. If you don't look that way, I am going to call you a criminal. I am going to label you a criminal. That is the danger in our judiciary. And that is what we need to look at. Are we looking at a substantive case that is before us as judges, as judiciary, or we are looking at the characters or the individuals standing before us? And when you go to Ghana, the judiciary today look at the people involved in the case than the case itself. And that is the beginning of our end. And that is what is running this country down. Our biggest problem in Ghana today is that when judges sit in courtrooms, they are looking at the individuals involved, not the substantive case before them. It is all come back now check it. Case I say Anas Lucy against Agyapong against Agyapong now. You will see say it is not about the evidence that was provided or was given in court. The judge now or the court case now odi asemno. He's looking more at how to unmask Anas. And this is how they have destroyed Ghana. Anas instructed to testify without mask. The evidence that has been provided, what do you need mask for? This is Ghana court. And this is how they use the law to destroy lives in Ghana. And see, for a very long time, we made the judiciary look like, say, Nyankopon, we cannot question the judiciary. We cannot question their conduct. We cannot even question their biasness. And that is what some young judges who were actually growing up, that is the thing that was in their head. At a point, they felt to say, when I sit on a case, a journalist or an individual does not have the right to even question the way I conduct my court proceedings. At a point, judges were called by the General Legal Counsel about their conduct in court. And when journalists like us sit on TV and on radio to question the conduct of judges, the judges are able to say, hey, but the warrant at all. So that is how low our judiciary has become. And sometimes people forget. Those people who defend such things, they forget to say this same court will be used against them. So when people like us sit and we start to question the credibility of some of our judges in Ghana, it is not personal. It is because of their conduct. It is because of what they do. It is because of the way they conduct themselves and how they treat people before them. I can take you back to Opuni's case. Justice Jackson Hunyuga sat in court. Somebody purged himself. The judge said, let us go and come back. I will punish. And yet the person who has purged himself under oath, that is our legal system today. We live in a country where a whole Supreme Court had to go to UK to bring some black book to judge our elections. That is how low our judiciary has come. It is not me. It is not about a judge sitting somewhere thinking that a young man like myself criticizing their actions and the way they conduct themselves in court. It is not about me. It is about we making sure the system works, making sure the people we have given, and yet that to me say among India some court, those people are doing what is right. Because if you don't have the right to criticize you as a judge, then it means you are giving you the free room, the free will to do damage. And that is what some judges want. They want to be democratically autocratic in Ghana. Listen, some judges in Ghana want to be democratically autocratic. They hide under the umbrella of judiciary to intimidate journalists, to intimidate open-minded criticism, and to intimidate the system. That is the pain that some people think that they can force on us in Ghana. So you get young judges who are so politically ambitious, who think they can do things to please political opponents, to put people in jail. And their conduct, their utterances clearly shows that they are rushing through cases. They are trying to please some people's ego. When we question their actions and their attitude, those judges become jittery and become pompous, and they think they can use the same office that we have given them to intimidate we, the people who have made them who they are. No, it is not going to work. And that is what I have been talking about years over years. Kennedy Agyapong sat on national television to tell a sitting judge live on national TV that you are warned. Warn a sitting judge. The Chief Justice then, Eni Nyabua, kept quiet till date. Kennedy Agyapong did not pay for any of the utterances against every single judge, all the Supreme Court judges, High Court judges, the deliberate disrespect. So you sit in Ghana and some people think that it is personal. They think that the little power that they have been given, they can use that power to suppress we, the citizenry. We are not ready to quail in. And that does not do anything to us. Because what is right, what is wrong is wrong. And we are not going to move away from the principles and then making sure the right thing is done. We know so many judges in Ghana who were even the first 40 in their classes. They were not part of it, but they wanted to go to Supreme Court. They know themselves. Judge Chebafo is one. In his class as a judge, the 40 first student, brilliant student, 40 students who were considered to be smart, he wasn't even part of it. But he at the point wanted to go to the Supreme Court. After coming to meet senior lawyer judges in because we have allowed, some of us need to understand, when you are given an opportunity to sit in our courtrooms, without due respect, you are not God. This is the law. Take your feelings out. Take your affiliations out. Take your political affiliation, religious affiliations. Look at the case critically. Look at the evidence presented before you. Be honest to yourself and your God and the people who have invested that power in you. It is not to bully yourself your way through. No, it doesn't work like that. This is 2025, for crying out loud. It is not easy. You cannot just muscle your way through. Until we need to let the people understand. That is why some of us were calling for serious overhauling of our judiciary. And our judiciary needs serious overhauling, because from what we have seen over the years, what we have experienced, the kind of inconsistencies, the consistency in the inconsistencies in our courts, now in Ghana, we need to check it or this country will go down. And this government needs to take the most biggest, difficult, bitter pill when it comes to judiciary reforms. Serious reforms needs to be done. We cannot have judges who think or who believe or who in their senses feel too entitled to serve the people. It needs to end. I was say a sucha because we've been to Bobi board the keke near money 25 years. Na kwa siampenyi bi mbo krono and Korea bicycle $50 million. Near and say plea bargain. No, it is not supposed to be like that. yen to me chigan and inko to fiase 25 years say or ya hwiase or ya galamsey na Chinese needy eye excavator gina minim etu amena na ade abechi ade beko court say Chinese for nyina ahye na judge agiatum. That needs to change. We cannot be slaves in our country. No. You, the judges that we have given opportunity and this opportunity to sit in our courtrooms, you are not supposed to turn we, the people who gave you the power, slaves. You can't do that. You need to be conscious about the things you do. Because today, the highest bidder walks in our courtrooms without anything, without shoes, spits shit in any courtroom, and they walk freely. Innocent people plead, get on their knees. We still put them behind bars because there's nobody to pay for them, there's nobody to speak for them. This should tell you something. The judgment Anas Arimiana Anas has gotten, they're very embarrassing about this whole thing was that Kennedy Agyapong winning defamation case against Anas or Ghana. No, he lifted that same case and brought it to the United States. A jury said that does not really hold. That is a slap in the face of our judiciary. It means that defamation case now Kennedy Agyapong winning or Ghana, no, basically the evidence that supports the case, no, is flawed. It means judge or tina case no so or judges our case, no, that judge is not even supposed to be sitting in our courts again. And I am not saying that all the courts in America are perfect and they are next to God. No, but we are humans. So what the evidence back court with a jury of about 60. Now so to me tinase it me rubbish a whole judgment. And like the lawyer was saying, when you win a defamation case, when there's a defamation case in another court, that defamation case now we win, you know, it cannot go and defend that defamation case in the next court. Every case is independent, stands on itself, and comes with its own evidence. So we need to get serious. And my message to the president, the new government, is that our court needs overhauling. Our court needs to be overhauled. We need serious reforms. I will say a reform your courts, you know. The leadership, if they are not ready to work, we the people are willing to get people who are willing to work. I don't hate anybody. Yatna Ghana ma, a whole chief justice, a lawyer went to court and claimed that the chief justice had paid or taken $5 million bribe from a citizen in Yabua till date. This lawyer who basically was reporting his client's statement was haunted. A whole judiciary system was turned against a lawyer who was trying to get the truth out. And you all know NK say enin yabo akwaje $5 million or send the clients Eka say enin yabo aje $5 million and the lawyer was just reporting what his client had told him. The lawyer ended up at the wrong side. The whole judiciary was set up against the lawyer. This lawyer went to the General Legal Counsel. The Chief Justice Enin Yabua then made sure he used the General Legal Counsel led by Sam Okujato to frustrate the system. This is where we are. I spent almost $300,000 to fight Kennedy Agyapong in federal court in America. $300,000. That is how much I spent. 4 lawyers, 2 backup, 2 face lawyers, almost $300,000. All because I am using the facts to prove to Ghanaians that things happening in Ghana are lies. The politicians are manipulating the system. Some people are using fake news, misinformation, and people are suppressing the system. Almost for $300,000. I won the case for every single journalist in Ghana, every single journalist in Africa. Anas has won a groundbreaking case, defamation case, for journalists in Ghana, journalists around the world, journalists across Africa. But you get the same journalists, some of them in Ghana, ganging up against Anas. With all due respect, let me tell you, I am not here to defend Anas. Anas is human. He has his flaws. If you know Anas has done something or a crime against you, you have the right to take Anas to court. That is what I represent. But as far as I know, the allegations that were posed, the allegations that were mounted on Anas, the things that Anas was being tagged with, in court today, it has proven, or court has proven, say none of the allegations against Anas, those allegations Kennedy Agyapong made, being Anas being a thief, Anas being a murderer, Anas being a serial killer, Anas being a criminal, a co-conspirator, and all that, today in a court in New Jersey, a superior court, they are saying none of those things had basis. That is what I am looking at. I am not here to hold Anas' hand to heaven, because Anas is friend in Yankopona Miniho. Whatever Anas does, I have never been in any of Anas's meetings. My job here is to speak to the fact and what is on paper and what we know. And so you might have your own personal issues with Anas. It's his problem. It's your problem. If you have the legal means to go after him, go after him. But from what I know here, whatever was said against Anas at the end of the day has been proven that he is not guilty of the allegations of being a murderer, a thief, a criminal, a co-conspirator, and all that. At least we know, the world knows today, that whatever Kennedy Agyapong said was a lie. That is what I'm looking at. So if you have an issue with me and saying Anas that you are protecting, I am not protecting Anas. I've not been able to protect myself. How do I protect Anas? But I will defend Anas with the fact, because at least from court we know around the world that Anas Arimya Anas is not a murderer. He's not a killer. Anas is not a liar. He's not a thief. Those are the basics you need to understand. And anything I make a will say, that Fred now or what Massachusetts may sue no $10 million. I want to send a message to you, those people in America. Mochi Maika, Mochi Mufuna, Namotemoka, Motatam Hokan Kwasi Asem. I want to use that Fred to send a message. I never wanted to talk about this because we have moved quite deep. But me the dada Fred, me the number set example. I will take everything he owns in America and give it out for charity. Me na make a chirebo. A dear be waba America say $1 meje nam dia charity. Because I want to set the rules. Ya per se a clean system no. So what time will be in chess also can't trot so. That's why when I sit here, I back every single statement I make with facts. Because when you say people's credibility are on the line. I can't just come sit here and make allegations without having the fact. And anytime I can't say, say you can go to court and I'll come and respond. Like Williams and Nefi Sapon, I have sat here on countless occasions to tell him go to court. This is how it's supposed to be done. Ghana for Munsha be free. Nobody should dare sit on any TV or radio in Ghana around the world to say Anas is a murderer. You go to jail. Because there's a court ruling. Anas is a thief. You go to jail because there's a court ruling. You need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that what you are saying, you have the fact. In more America, no. Sa Branton friend that afraid no. Na me train my way and maybe activate the case be. Na me activate the case na. I will make sure the other beton kuredru anu me die onye bi okurum ha. Everything he said about the judge who ruled on my case against Kennedy, every misinformation he put out against the United States court, all the number of times he came on air to lie, we have all the tapes. Now me change a DB. And remember American have funinipa. And I will use that Fred as the first goat. Me didn't catch and I'm going to sue for 10 million. Remember Massachusetts. I'll come there. I'm going to sue the Massachusetts Supreme Court. I will sue there. And I want you to come and prove in some now with social media. On say, Anas look at the case, you know, Udi any picture, any video copy. They played your videos. You lying to Ghanaians and say, yeah, the Kennedy and Uncle Fosse and a Kennedy. You were in court. You were part of the evidence. And I can the phone here. Yes, you himself a panel and I can edit and that's the work can say. Sound question. Mema from Castle, my trouble on three. Mema from Castle, mana, a double new say, a year quantano, mobile minute, Mocassaman, mobile some Castle, manaba on three. Quasia for entity. Mudimun cross some from Wurenim and I would have better crumha, mon per se, more made the Uber coffee, me. Mese ba jip me pro ho oba se quen 5 peswa quen me economic achiro mo betena Facebook and yes ye MPC so and Kennedy Agyapong no and Kevin says and it's ye and mudi Jimmy Sam mutisa tente wa no se bola ka and yensia and Kevin says that ye ko china anie me say breaking news e ye ko ta chini kua George me so ba be kire ni nyina wo page ni so when nim say nantwie ba na George no the judge ne can say judge ne ka now evidence to what you were saying. Did you have evidence to the things you were saying? Say judge and say, and a court and say, can you prove it? And a judge and say, no, the ATF court and say, yes, judge and say, Kevin Taylor and it's here, it's here, channel. Yadi, Hancock Gunin sa near the Nako Ghana, in City, MP for Momon in Z, and I mean, another thread, Mesaba. Breaking news, Yashi shedding in answer pompo. Yadabo kum and other compo. Onte rhymes no. Mese wo breaking news na wotwitwa no ya hyehye de se pompo ya beke kan bom ne de abnya wo konte se kompo next time hu panyina bo se we de ye panyini po munim de ko hu matwe wo mu te se de unya nipa ena ya zie the first nie ena ke me ran example here I say le wa 10 na shede to ena ya zie ya siasie me se ba omia ena MPP for me se e ke Japan zie ya ni ne be ke Japan say wa bu sie me Kevin Taylor ya see a chino ya see Kevin Taylor kwasi ampanyi bi Kevin Taylor ya see kwa me se judge no ena breaking news me bo bi a kire breaking news judge no say Kevin Taylor and ya zeni ko Ghana ya so mu kia ya se no Kennedy Agyapong ya catch him say ono aka o say Kevin Taylor and o me jeri no and a judge na ka me say de o kan ye nyina o be say be kan court I only me on me wicked fucking but don't be wicked no nyame kakra wom enti atia utumi nya ho hwe 10 million ube prove actually we are say I'll be right back hwe aboatwe
Yo, we are best fishermen. Solo for no answer my. I watch it. You will for Belgium fan. It was the team Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. Why you Why round what? Why you Why round what? Why you Why round what? Why you to put a why round what? It was for Belgium fan. It was the team Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. It was the Belgium fan. Why you Why round what? Why you Why round what? Why you Why round what?
Eye MPP for mo asa America ma kire mo ade kitwe bi na me say that Fred we no na me be kire mo ade bi se na be ya monum kankan no mo ko tena TikTok kan kwase asem na mo din kwase asem a mo be hu say hey thank you very much team thank you next time no mo be asem ba na mo de mo kwase tribe no o so mo de to nchen na mo de mo Jimmy ne to nchen na mo aka bi Kevin Taylor is here. Obetnawa, I say, Alewa Trish and the two. Yes, breaking news. Kevin, my butt down. Me obi enu am doing kind of story. Breaking news, Osha Bemati. As Abidjan photo, me nu I can see ni. Breaking news. The dear con game, I'm searching munsemo. The see na me reporters if you course war eka. Ye judge ne can say. Kevin Taylor. Kwasia benguta. Me fra ko to na 10 million aba de me ye wo krom ha no me say me ye na epo pompo na me be show kon kompo next time mu nipa mbebu no me ma mo time am Africa kra and Mr. P Mr. S is 6:33 in Ghana it's 10:33 p.m. I'll pick phone calls kakra na mapon and then kemba me man breaking news Kevin Sarah mo de mu nim de me de ba I'll pick phone calls after this short break why munim de eba anka mwanga mapa bebi ada
Yo, we are best fishermen. Solo for no answer my. I watch.
My never say PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. Osia dem yopo.